We are going to use part A, part B. This is equal parts by weight, silicone. And these are two different kinds of molds we're making. This one right here is going to be a press mold. This is not a piece of ceramic. This is actually a chalk relief. So we're going to do that with this, but this is a mold. So we're making a mother mold for this, and we're making a press mold for this, and it's done the exact same way. So what you do is you put together your box, or you can use a cardboard box as long as you seal it really good on the corners so this stuff don't come through. You can use anything you want to, really. Just make sure it's big enough. So here we go. We're going to mix A and B, and we're going to do these one at a time. We're going to let them cure. And then the next section of the video, which probably be tomorrow, we're going to demold these. This particular stuff works, and I will also have a link down below for this. These are affiliated ads, because this is the stuff that I use on Amazon and on Temu and a bunch of other places, but this is off Amazon. And they're fixing to have a big sale go on. So that's when I buy mine. I buy 5 or 6 boxes of this stuff when it goes on sale. Now we're going to dump those in a bigger cup and mix it up. And I'm not sure if this cup will hold all this, but I think it will. I buy these every school year. You can get them for less than $1. Well, you could. Not sure what you can get them for now, but I get these and I buy 6, 7, or 8 of them. I mix everything with these. Pour it in the corner. And let it gently pour over your piece. And if you don't mix enough, you can mix more as long as you work fast. Now this one here is going to be the same way. We're going to have to press stuff into it. So we really need it to be rigid on this one. We got another cup right here. We're going to do this twice. All right, welcome back. This is day 3 of our project. I'm going to finish this up today. I'm going to pour this into here, and what I'm doing with this is I'm making a candle mold. We made this one, which is a press mold, or you can use like a plaster in here if you wanted to. That's what this is. It's just made of plaster. This is not ceramic. So you could use this either way. I plan on using this just so I can get the morel mushroom out of it to put on something else. But it works. So on this one right here, we're going to use the same stuff. We're going to use the same stuff, and we're going to pour it in here, and we're going to make a candle mold out of one of our lamps. So that's going to be exciting. And if it works, then I'll put them up on my Etsy. So as I described in the last video, I have got these cuddle boards. They're just put together like this. I don't have them screwed down or anything. On the inside, I used a clear DAP quick seal adhesive caulk on this. I ran it up on the insides and around the bottom. And I've already done that. It's already dried clear, so I can't really show you, but it's kind of self-explanatory. On the outside, however, I'm not going to use this. I'm going to use just my clay. I've got a lot of junk clay that I save for just stuff like this. And so I'll put clay on the outside to keep anything from leaking, hopefully. And we'll get started. This should take 3 to 5 hours to cure. And once it does, we'll see how it works with candles. So let's get started. We're going to do equal parts, 1, 1 by weight, not by volume, by weight, because that's what they say to do. We're going to pour it in here, and we're going to wait 3 to 5 hours and see what happens. Now, these are the same boards that I use to make my regular molds with potter's plaster. That's why they're really, really big, because I'm not going to cut them down for this project. I'll just use them the way they are. All right, so let's get mixing and pouring. We're just going to move it in position. Now we're going to wrap this in just whatever I can find to keep it as warm as possible for as long as possible so we don't get that big indent at the bottom, because that indent can go all the way through and it's just going to ruin our candle, and then I'll have to heat up more wax and pour it in, and you know, I don't want that to happen. We might get a little bit of one and I can top it off, but I'm going to try really hard to get this to stay as flat as possible. My daughter told me that. She said that if they cool down too fast, then you get that sinking. Because the first candle I ever made, I stuck it in the refrigerator, of course, because, you know, let's go, get it done. Yeah, and then I was kind of perplexed when the whole thing was caved in, and she's like, yeah, Mom, you can't do that. So, you know, who knew? I guess a lot of people knew, but I wasn't one of them. Good morning. All right, so I came out here and I took this off, and we had a tiny bit of concave, but not enough to worry me. So let's see if this worked, shall we? I think for something with this many facets on it, I might want to do a two-piece mold. I don't know yet. We're all learning. We'll learn together. Oh, it broke the ear off. Yeah, I'm going to need to cut this down a little bit further on both sides to where it fillets open a little bit better than this. I was worried about that, but that's okay. Hey, we learned a lesson. So we're going to do this again. There's a little bit of air pockets, but not really enough to concern me, not enough to keep me from making them. Well, what do y'all think? Well, that's Van Goghing there. So that will be the candle, as soon as I perfect it, of the original doll head mold. Okay, this is just a little low fire clay for demonstration. I would probably suggest that you use the same exact clay that whatever you're using this applique for. So using B-mix, then use B-mix. If you're using just low fire earthenware, do that, you know. You want to make sure everything is the same, because we're going to apply this to a mug more than likely. And whether you threw the perfect one on the wheel. Or you bought it. You bought your mold. Doesn't matter to me. I'm not one of those purist, absolutist, oh, you have to throw everything on the wheel. No, you do not. If you want to, fine, but don't tell me that I'm not a potter or ceramicist, because I make one and make a mold out of it. Okay. I'm going to pop it out of here. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm going to trim around it. And normally, if I was applying this applique, I would not trim anything. I would use that as a way to adhere it to whatever I was putting it on. Now, if you look at this, you're going to see that the mold itself wasn't exactly the way I wanted it. That's why we changed stuff. So there's a little bit of grass here, and I do not want that grass. No, 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 no. So I'm going to take my little tool here, and I am going to change the stem. And there we go. Now this is ready to go onto your mug, a plate, a plaque, a flower pot. Ooh, you could put a bunch of morels on a flower pot.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe so you won't miss the rest of the mold making videos in this series.